Hey!
Hey! You! Yeah, you! Person watching Twitch right now, or YouTube, or listening to a podcast. Yeah, I'm speaking directly to you. We're back for the last super mega awesome final episode of From the Ashes.
Woo!
Sorry.
Woo! Ghost noises on brand.
And unfortunately, my last ever episode of Rolling Dead Dice. I will be stepping away from the project after this. So, yay! Fun stuff! Trying to keep the energy up.
Lucky for the listeners, if you're just listening to the podcast, you get 2 episodes.
Yay! So I just lied to you.
We just split them in half.
So sad times all along, but I've had a really fun time. So let's see where it goes. Once again, I'm surrounded by my lovely cast of friends and families. Going to go that way this time. Start with the join me.
Hi, I'm Joy Amy, and I'm playing Locticus Frayne, a high elf bard. And my big news is that this time next week, I'll have a baby human. I think a human, possibly a dragonborn.
You've technically got one. It's just not on the outside.
It's just not on the outside. It will have moved from the inside to the outside this time next week.
Brain melting. Hi, I'm Moa. I'm playing Lilli, Lyxa, amberfaff, Murnig, druid, circle of spores, gnome, and my mind is blown about the fact that there will be an additional human in existence.
Or dragonborn.
Or dragonborn. Obviously, she already exists, but like, yeah.
Weird.
It's real cray.
It's weird.
I'm Paul. I'm playing Lord Torin Darr, a golden dragonborn paladin, oath of vengeance. I also am getting a baby this week. Because I'm married to Joy Amy.
Well, we're not handing them out. It's not our next giveaway.
10,000 subs.
Yeah, 10,000 subs. You get a baby. You get a baby.
Everyone gets a baby.
Look under your seat. Look under your seat.
And then Luke, I'm playing, I hope big, but we don't know. I'm not getting a baby. I've got plenty of that. The other thing though is end of campaign therapy with Luke. I thought of a brilliant idea. I'm going to get my character sheet framed with a thick enough frame to put the mini in. Imagine that, like on a wall. That's pretty good. That's end of campaign therapy.
Oh, it could be like
box
really
frame.
breakable glass as well, so like you could break and bring the character back in case of
in case
emergency.
we drag Connor back down.
What Connor doesn't know is he's not leaving.
Yeah.
That's such a cute idea.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that one. Hi, I'm Stephen. I'll be playing Lehane von Ryder Florencia, a half-elf monk, and the only reason I play D&D is because I can't afford private therapy.
Cool. Once again, we are sponsored by the wonderful Critic UK. They give us all these nice things like this DM screen. And I have nothing else behind my screen that's Critic, so someone else jump in.
I got a tray and a bunch of these D6 and my dice are out of order.
Actually, I've got a magnet.
Nice.
They do chili bottles and goblets if you really want to theme up your table.
Spirit in the Dark is a brand new.
Oh,
yeah. They look great.
Shiny.
We like those.
If you want to buy anything from
Also,
Critic,
Glorious Taverns is flipping amazing.
Yes.
Glorious Taverns.
Glorious Taverns is a book they've released. Gives you a one-stop shop for all your needs of, hey, my players have gone into a town, got nowhere to go, got no quests, I don't know what to do. Whap out Glorious Taverns, you got yourself a tavern, you got yourself some NPCs, and some quests. That easy, that simple,
Flip
it's
that.
brilliant.
Yeah.
And if you want to buy it, you get 10% off, cheeky little pop-in code. Use code RTDD10 for 10% off.
10 whole percent.
10 whole percent.
10%.
Spend more, save more.
Now you can afford petrol.
To get to the end of your driveway.
They'll bring it to you. You don't have to leave your house.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what happened last time?
I am so annoyed at you that you don't remember. Like, I put so much fucking work.
Wait,
into this,
wait,
Steve.
hang on. I'm sorry, mate. I did roll a 4 on my history.
Yeah, okay, right, okay. Look, I can't believe that you wouldn't remember that last week, basically, the party descended into this war zone.
Mhm.
They made their way across using a rather spectacular amount of skill checks in which no one failed.
We didn't fail at one.
Not a single one. Made their way to a little pass. The pass was great, it was cool, really cool, quite chilly, very chilly. Frost giant drops out of the sky, big sky hole, and Big stays behind to stop it.
Big sky. Oh, I don't know why that's funny to me.
Whilst the players get stopped by an ice rock. Like for a whole 15 minutes.
We don't talk about that.
Don't talk about the 9-foot ice wall.
Yeah.
Burning spells,
Yeah.
stabbing each other.
On the other side of the ice rock hole wall thing was another war, bigger war, and the party split off, made their way towards the elven front. Torin made a shield wall with some of the bros. Frayne and Lehane and Callow made their way first. Lilli was doing some falcony swoopy bits, and they made their way to Willoughby Keep, which they found Locticus's brother Leviticus. The Cus bit is family hereditary. And he told them they got a plan to seal up some of the sky holes. But first, Frayne had to make a decision.
I did.
Which one of your friends were you taking to the end of the world with you?
I'm sorry. I'm taking little Lilli with me because she's a tiny little murder machine.
So,
With real limited spell slots, so I don't know how much murdering we're going to be able to do.
But we're also going to a tree, so
Maybe you wanted a massive dragonborn with a hammer. I'm just saying.
I thought the dragon with a hammer would be more useful in
It's
the
fine.
It's a war zone.
When you jump through time, you reset all your spell slots.
Oh really?
No.
to be fair, the enemy you're fighting is a huge nail, so hammer would be really useful.
Great.
Really useful.
Torin doesn't do manual labour, so he's pleased.
A barrier contract will be here in 3 to 5 working days. Right, yeah. So with a little hand in a hand from Callow, they disappeared through time, and that's where we left it off. So, yeah, Lehane, Torin, Leviticus, you were still sort of mid-conversation with Frayne and Lilli as you had a little blink, and they were no longer there.
Oh well. Guess they're gone then.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Tarantino levels of writing.
Lehane's feeling equally as like out of place because he's not spent any time with Torin. The only time he spent with Torin, he traded that memory. So, so he has spent no time with Torin, and Leviticus seems like a bit of a dick. Obviously, with the differences in their elfin lineage. So yeah, Lehane's not enthused by his surroundings currently. Plus, Big's possibly dead somewhere.
Up there. There you go.
Huh?
I'm not happy being here.
Get me to a portal.
So Leviticus was down on his knees, sort of like, saying goodbye. He gets up, brushes himself off. Right, no need to look so glum, lads. Come on. And he claps you both on the back. Right. We've got a rift to seal.
And how are we supposed to do that? Gonna need a pretty big needle and thread to do that.
Well, like I said last time, Zandala and the Majors are going to give it a go. We just need to hold off this horde for a while.
Oh, no problem. Lehane here, he might be a bit sneaky, but he's a good fighter.
Yeah?
I can hold my own, mostly.
What manner of weapon do you carry?
Usually these. But I've got a...
They're actually counted as lethal weapons.
They
so
are.
let's have a vote.
Magical damage if you're getting into the walls a bit.
15-foot movement.
I don't unfortunately have my Eldritch Tattoo ability because I've not had enough of a rest.
Try a long rest. Should we just have a long rest?
Yeah, just us two. Just
Everyone
us
have a
two.
long
Let's have 3 long rests back to back.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good with this. And then he'll swing around. He goes, I picked up a bow in the battle as well, so good at range, can do melee.
Right. Well, this is what we've got to deal with. And he sort of just around the keep. It's very much not. As you look around it, at one point it would have been very defensible. It would have been sort of militaristic base, but it's the walls, the sort of mortar between the bricks is flaking. The barrels that you can only assume have got rations and such, and are very dwindling. And I mean, from the minute you walked in, the morale has been very low from the people. I mean, none of us really have a lot of battle experience in this scale anyway. Not been a war in the woods in anyone's memory.
I don't think many people have been involved in a battle on this scale. Certainly not against such overwhelming enemies.
We've got archers on the roof. We've got us in here. Are you going on the roof with that bow? Or
Sounds like a safe bet.
what about you, big man?
Well, I've got a few javelins, but I think I'll be more used to you down here.
I mean, plan to choke them at the entrance just before they get in. It's all we've really got, to be honest. That spell needs to go through, kind of life or limb.
Sound well. I'm pretty tired, but I have a hammer and I will swing it.
Well, it sounds like you take the ground defense, and you're the first line. I'll get up on the roof, and hopefully we won't be needed as much, but we'll also see if we can buy you some breathing room and give you some space between you and them.
I'm waiting on my best man, Kelsedin. He's been scouting out, trying to find out if he can find any weakness of these fuckers. Once it's back, we'll start it proper. I suggest you gear up for that.
Have a little. If you men on the roof. I mean, Lehane. I really hope Rog will catch us up.
Who?
I really hope.
The pixie.
Oh, the pixie guy.
Yeah.
Why do you want a pixie?
I really hope Big will catch us up.
Is this the
Goliath?
large
He'll be pretty useful manning the defences down here.
Yep. If he's in a calm mind, he'll certainly make a big difference on the
Oh, I'd
battlefield.
like to see him in a furious mind.
He doesn't really do that.
I think he could.
Right. I'll show you to the. And he sort of gestures you up the little stairs that you saw Zandala last time. She's already made her way back upstairs.
Cool.
As you make your way up, it is only 2 levels. Like there's this expanse in the central, like foyer area, I guess. The stairs lead up to the top, which is just this sort of the battlements going around the side, little sort of turrety bits. A cluster of maybe 12 to 15 mages, all cloaked around this improvised magic circles, and Darla's sat in the middle, talking to them. And the language isn't one that you're particularly aware of. It's deep, it's fairly guttural, and it's flowy, but there seems to be effects to her words, and they are nodding in unison, very, very intently taking in the words that she's saying. But there aren't a lot of defences up here. There are maybe a handful of elves with barrels of arrows sort of dotted around next to the turrets at the top.
Cool. Lehane will walk past a barrel, grab a load of arrows and put it in the quiver that he grabbed, because he was firing them like mad through the war zone to get here. And he's gonna sort of like take in the scene with Zendaya. It's totally not anything that he might recognize it, but it's not anything that he recognizes with himself, if that makes sense. He may have seen people do magic like this, but to him it's all just nonsense. Or is it not?
I can give you a history if you want, or history to think back, and Arcana to sort of try and understand it. But
I think it's both the same for me. 15 for history.
history. It's not dissimilar to some things you might have seen in like when you're very little
Yeah.
in Domania. Not sure what the nature of the spell is, but this is quite clearly been. It's a high level spell, one that can't be cast by a single person.
Yeah.
It's like ritualistic magic.
As much as he wants to make a joke about skelly nannies to someone, he decides that he has a moment. He pauses. He's like, maybe I shan't interrupt the magics because I know how mad Dad gets when I interrupt the magics. So he's going to go over to the elves who are on the turret walls. What are they called? You got
Battlements.
Battlements. Oh, cool. On the battlements. He's like, right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and push back from here the best we can, so the ground force can leave the keep for another wave of attack.
And as you say that, this elf turns around. She's female, but her head is completely shaven, like to sort of like shiny effect, not just stubble. And he'll put you in charge.
Is Leviticus still around?
He's standing there. You've got a bit of a smirk on his face, to be honest.
That one.
I mean, I didn't.
Well, yeah, I know, but you asked what my skills were. This is part of my skills.
Right, and you're going to join their team.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm in charge then.
Right, cool.
Wonderful. Name's Myerson. Get in line.
And I'll get in line.
How good are you with the bow? Sorry, what was your name, recruit?
Lehane.
Right. How good are you with the bow, recruit?
Pretty good. Proficient, some might say.
Yeah. She points to her body over there and goes, go on then, take your shot.
Shall I roll to hit?
Yeah, go on.
24.
Cool. Describe the shot.
I mean, the body is prone.
No, it's not. It's stuck up against a tree. Wait till September.
So Lehane's all about speed and movement. So you know, he did think, oh, maybe I could just do a fancy thing and do 2 hours at once because that's high skill thing. But no, he just does a quick succession, one after the other, and it's just kind of like one to the chest, one to the head.
Aye, not bad, not bad. That's all right.
Yeah, I've thrown an hour or two on my time.
I believe you. She's kind of got a bit of like respect for you in her eyes, to be honest.
See, I should be leading this really, shouldn't I?
No. But I mean, a bunch of us might die, so you might end up by proxy, and she gives you a little like slap on the arm.
Good to know. My promotional chances are good.
Fourth in line, I think. And Leviticus has made his way back downstairs.
How many soldiers are downstairs?
There are about. So, there's probably about 18. There's Leviticus, Aetherius, who's the older gentleman, and there are a couple of elves that are actually seem wholly ready enough to fight, which are designated on the board there. There are others who are sort of camped out behind battlements, not behind battlements, but behind little like sort of barricades, so like barrels and upturned tables, the arrows sort of made out, ready to make attacks as soon as things come in. For mechanical, you can sort of think of them as turrets or arrow effects.
Cool.
Yep.
Now, I suggest a couple of these men stand in the doorway, and we'll put a sort of a 4-man wall across there, and I'll stand just behind with my spears, and I can jab over the top. We should get some good attacking into the troops that come.
Sounds good to me.
Are you going to join us on the front line, sir?
Absolutely. And then from outside, you hear this ringing of a bell. It's really sort of glassy in sound and crystalline. And you hear, you see 2 men sort of rush to the door and start pulling the door open. And in walks an elf. They're pretty tattered. Their armors are in rags pretty much, and they look like their hair is matted with blood to the side, their dark hair. But would you like to describe yourself?
Ooh! Yeah. Okay, so I can't just put the tablet on there. I don't want to give anything away. So yeah, he still, like you say, steps in, tattered, worn, blooded, and yeah, a little bit tired. But for the most part, he's standing up quite straight. I almost say like his stance and his whole way he holds himself. Imagine like a butler type character. So he stands in, puts the spear as his only sort of weapon, just sort of braced down on the floor in front of him, and he's sort of sat looking over the room for Leviticus.
Leviticus pushes them forward. Cheltenham, and then puts his hand forward like the sort of.
Yeah, he'll just like almost fall into it slightly. It's not quite great, I'm afraid. The progress was going well as expected, and as it should have been with our unit, except the shield wall broke and the flanks hit hard, and well, I'm afraid he sort of puts his hand to his chest. This is what's left of my unit.
The shield wall broke.
Yeah, and in the you sort of look over towards Torin and then back to Leviticus. Yeah, it's not great that it just gave. Some people left from it and they just caved under pressure.
By our estimates, that should have held at least 2 more days.
It should have, and we was relying on it. And then, it caved under pressure, and I guess our reliance was too heavy. The flanks weren't prepared, and we were cut through pretty fast.
Any news, anything we can use against them?
Don't get grabbed. It's horrific what we've seen, but don't let them in too close, and they don't tire. Spow's most of my normal go-tos. It's not working. Trying to take over groups and control them. They're resisting us. I think we just need to go just brute force, stand our ground and cut them down.
Right. Fuck. And he sort of turns from Kelsid into the room and goes, Men, we're fighting an enemy that does not tire. One that our spells and magics have no effect on. Your blade's with me.
You have mine. Of course. Death or glory.
Sort of murmuring from around the room of like, what other choice do we have?
Come on, that is not the way, men. This is our last. This may well be our final stand, but we shall stand, and we shall stand strong. We will take many foes with us.
Do you want to give
Death or glory!
Do you want to give me either a performance or an intimidation, depending on what you're trying to do to them? Are you trying to inspire?
I'm trying to inspire them.
Inspire them? Cool.
But my intimidation's much higher.
So performance it is.
I like to think that all the female elves in the room roll their eyes every time any of them go.
16?
So men.
Yeah, 16.
16. And they, again, you hear like a, yeah! Yeah! And that has had an effect. Cool. Kelsedin, meet Lord Darr.
Excellent.
Kelsedin, fine man. Torin's going to go for the same bro handshake.
He's probably just gonna like lean in. We're on the shield wall, right?
Ah, certainly, yes. I joined them and held off many attackers.
Okay.
But we had to get Locticus Frayne here safely to end this war.
Then I'll keep count. If we hold them back here, you've got a debt to pay me. But
I have no debt to pay you, sir.
we had 20 good men in the unit.
They were
The shield
your
wall
captain
broke.
fell, and I took his place. I saved many men on that battlefield.
We shall see.
Perhaps you should
See.
organise your line better, sir.
He's just gonna give like a. So he'll give a whistle, and with it he's gonna cast Faithful Hound, and sort of this, just almost out of the mists and out of the air, this almost like a large wolfhound, this like spectral blue colour. He'll appear and he'll sort of bend down towards it and just sort of put his forehead to its snout. and he'll go, let's say, perform himself. Got this.
I've got a horse. He couldn't come here. I'm very upset.
Couldn't be here today.
I'm sure you have.
On other business, you see.
Sure.
Hero.
Horsing around.
Excellent.
Right.
He's
Right.
right.
Let's get into it then, lads. So let's position ourselves on the board, just when and as and when.
What do I use? Who is this? I'm going to use this mini.
That is, I think it was Callow, but go ahead.
We'll go for it. Okay.
Big.
Let's go for.
Don't know. We don't know.
It was Torin wanted to be at the back here, sorry.
Yeah, Torin thinks he can reach through with his spear.
Okay. So Leviticus gives off a loud whistle. Sorry, I was going to big then for a second. And Lehane, you see suddenly the mages lock hands, and the chanting they were doing just becomes more prominent, and the runes around them start glowing this deep purple. And from Zandala, who is sort of the conduit, this large spectral hand just starts growing from her, sort of her chest up towards the rift.
It's a pretty mega mage hand.
Literally no one noticed your joke.
He just says it to himself.
Right. Okay. And it's not long. As you stood on are you wanting to stand outside the door within?
No, we're behind the door.
Behind the door.
The door's in my mind the door's closed.
Yes, it is. Just well, I mean.
Definitely my preference.
Cool. It is very not long before you start hearing this. And the large humanoidy things that you'd seen at the shield wall, and unfortunately the things you saw decimate many of your men, start sprinting en masse. Any previous occupation, any previous engagement they had, they just turn and they start coming towards the keep. Can we roll the damn dice?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, come
Okay. Not good. This is where he takes advantage on it.
So what am I doing?
Okay. That's fine.
This is the exciting part of the podcast where people write notes.
Uh-huh.
And try and
And-
find numbers.
Cool. So 25 to 20. No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Got two Dexy boys.
Yep.
Wow, rude.
Yeah.
Cool. 20 to 15.
Yes. 19.
15 to 10.
Yes.
13 I got.
11.
Cool.
Okay.
I think they were big then.
Oh.
He's not here!
Don't.
Oh, man.
Gone!
He might not be gone. He's still fighting a frost giant.
Yeah, he's still
Yes,
fighting
Connor.
Frost
He's
Giant.
fighting
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
frost
Yeah.
giant in the
I mean,
sky.
This is why
Big.
Lahan's up high. He's got a vantage point to see if there's any snowy weather.
Yeah, you just see this blizzard start coming in. It's just the frost giant, but yeah. There's some.
Run towards the snow. Yes! No! Run away from snow.
Wearing Big's head. on
Just
the-
let it go, man.
Oh, nice.
Nah. Well, the elves rolled like shit, but
The
Leviticus.
mouse.
The litigious mouse.
But Leviticus rolled well, so that's
good,
something.
that's
It's
good.
something.
Yeah, God for that.
Cool. So yeah, you see. Unfortunately, I'm going to use a bunch of different minis just to emulate, but they are all one and the same. Don't go thinking the bigger ones are anything special because they're bigger. They're all the same.
They're all nasty, corrupted
And
things.
they'll start making their way.
If you're listening, just listening to this, they're proper old Warhammer.
They look
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Which I believe got from eBay, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, a load of them. One of them's got a special little captain's hat on it.
Yeah.
That Paul put on it.
I did
Nice.
Yeah.
I did
You've
say
used
that.
that many a time.
I did say the finger wasn't special, but hat is special.
Yeah.
Right. Wonderful. And we pick up the camera, move over the woods.
Cat noises.
Oh my
God.
I'm just.
We left Alton on the boat.
my
Let's see.
panic comes out in noises. I don't know what's happening. I've got a dirty laugh
You
today.
have really filthy.
I've got I'm just making noises. Get used to
I
it.
do miss Alton.
Well, you see from the shadows, this 3-foot cloaked figure, dark cloak. And Alton's.
It was him all
It's
along.
him!
Ah!
He's the desolation!
No!
It's like the Sith Jar Jar. Anyway,
Okay.
so it feels very strange being moved through time. It's not quite silent, but there's definitely an absence of noise. There's no feeling, except sort of sluggishness, like your party is sort of getting left behind and catching up with yourself. You're moving more like a rubber band than actually being dragged through. Callow is leading, and it's almost like this huge pressure is just pushing and warping you. And as soon as it sort of starts, it's over. And can you both roll me a con save, please?
Indeedy.
Thank you.
11.
3.
Okay. You both immediately vomit.
Of course.
As Callow drops your hands and just face plants to the floor in front of you, just straight into the dirt. Full dirt nap.
Oh, do you know, any kind of teleportation stuff always does that to my stomach, but that was weird.
Oh, I didn't like it.
You're right, Callow.
And he doesn't seem to respond.
Oh. Lilli will go over and check him. Could you do a medicine check?
Yeah, sure.
Frayne was gonna. Well, she's still gonna. While you're doing your medicine.
Not 20!
Hey!
Wasted that.
Oh no! Why did you do it then? I need you for later.
And you raise him as a zombie. Weirdly. He, as you go down to check on him, he lets out this. It's like this humongous snore. And you can see that he's got this really sort of shallow breathing. Just he is pooped completely. He has just fallen straight down. There was no trying to save himself. He just collapsed.
Frayne is going to put her hands in his hair, lift up his head quite reasonably roughly, turn his head, and then plonk it back down, just so that he's not, going to suffocate himself in the grass, basically.
Good, so it's just it's sort of mildewy and wet out here, and there was just a seal.
She's just gonna. I think he's okay. I just think he's a bit. It must have taken a lot out of him
Well,
doing that.
I'm not surprised.
No.
Right, where are we?
And as you he sort of flickers, he's almost like TV static. He's trying to stay, but his body's just sort of flickering slightly. But he's sleeping. You are at the tree. You are right at the base. This is impossibly large. You thought you had a good scale from it, as far away. It looked maybe like the Eagle Tower in Cheltenham, just a large building sort of amongst the others. But it doesn't seem to have stopped growing as you got closer to it. It just the perception of the scale is it could be infinite.
So, welcome to the heart of Corellan.
Lily's gonna go up and put her hand to the tree and try and get a sense of what's going on. Can she feel anything?
Can you give me a nature?
Yes. 20, dirty.
Oh, dirty.
Like nature.
You sort of put your hand to the trunk, and zone in as you have done before, like honing on to this feeling, and you get this red hot flash of pain. The tree seems to be screaming.
She'll like snatch her hand
Yeah,
away.
it's like touching like a hot pan or something.
Yeah.
It's
And just turn to Frayne. This is not good. This is not. She'll kind of want to go back in and almost like give it a little hug.
Oh, don't touch it again, love.
No, she's just gonna kind of stand like not touching it, just trying to like. It's not happy. It's in so much pain, and she's just gonna look up, and
Now we've got to work out whether we need to go up or in. I'm thinking in. I mean, fuck me, that is one tall tree.
no, I'm out. No, I don't think we could get up.
as you look, Lilli, it's like one of the closer branches. The leaves go from green to autumnal to sort of falling in a matter of seconds. It just goes and just starts drifting down.
It's like it's in some sort of like a time loop, like it's doing the whole year in seconds, but time doesn't really. I mean, you've been here for a couple of days. You know what time's like.
Yeah, really confusing.
Quite confusing. Frayne's going to start walking around the trunk. Obviously, the trunk is probably
Huge.
insanely wide.
Looking for anything in particular, or
I'm looking for like an opening, because she kind of gets a sense that she needs to go inside, that they need to be under. Yeah, so I'm looking for something under.
okay, give me an investigation.
Cool.
Lilli too will be doing this.
In that case,
You can take advantage if you like.
advantage, that's good. In which case, 18.
18. Wonderful. It takes a little while, just because, like you said, the gargantuanness of the tree. You sort of don't even hit its curvature. It's so large that you seem to be walking in a straight line in a parallel to it. And you can see little parts of the wood where it is cracked. It's starting to like come away from itself. Parts of it look almost like putrid, like there's some disease to it. There are like little yellow spots and little like black parts where it's clearly lost its vigor, lost its energy. But eventually, as you make your way around, I need to say there's no other tree life around here. There's no other nature. It's just sort of in the central space. It's not sticking out of the forest at all. There is nothing seemingly for an infinite void going forward. There's just the tree, and you can see almost like these roots underneath, like the soil itself seems to almost have taken on like a translucent effect. You can see the roots sort of underneath pulsating, and they seem to be pulsing to a point, which as you follow and as you make out is this large hollow, basically like a hollow in a tree. It's several feet tall, maybe 20, 30 feet tall. Sort of comes from an arch down into this like chunk space that you can quite easily walk into. And that, I mean, it's the first hole you found. Not necessarily the best one, but
Hey, so should we be trying to take Callow with us?
I think so, given that it's his friend who's trapped down there, maybe he'll be able to help.
I wonder. Hang on. So she's going to go back to Callow, and she is going to bear with.
something cool.
Ooh, something interesting is afoot.
Well, what I'm trying to do is see if I can cast levitate.
Oh,
And kind
well,
of have him like shuffle along behind us.
well, before you do that, can Lilli just give him a shake?
You Yeah.
Save the spell slots.
I mean, that's a good point. It's alright, it's not a spell shot slot, it's a charge.
Ah.
'cause it's
So,
instrument
Lilli
cards.
shakes Callow.
Yeah, Lily's just gonna go like give him a sort of like on his face, just sort of give it a little rub, little pat, shake his shoulder. Hello, yoo-hoo. Big summer blowout.
The mouse!
The mouse. Hello, you there?
I kind of want to see a levitating now.
She had some water. She'd sort of splash it in his face.
And he doesn't seem to wake up.
Well, that is one very, very asleep bug.
So
I mean, it looks like a very, very bad hangover. I suppose I could.
I have good berries. Could you just shove good berries in his
Frayne, what would
face?
you like to do?
Sorry.
Well, I could like lift him up, but he'd only follow us around for about 10 minutes, and then I'm not sure if he needs more of a snooze.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it might be safer for him if we leave him here. But then again, we need him to get to his mate because
he kind of knows more about what's going on. I still think he's hiding something from us about how his friend got there, but
Oi, Callow! She's just gonna kick him in the side. Like a.
Roll to hit.
It's not a full strength.
Roll to hit.
Yeah, I'll roll to hit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
At advantage.
Oh yeah.
An
He's
advantage.
asleep, passed out on the
Oh,
floor.
wow.
I mean, if you miss him, that's remarkable.
So it's on the Murnig straight up.
Okay. So that is an 11.
At advantage.
Advantage.
It's still an 11.
That's at a dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Where are you kicking the poor defenseless sleeping elf?
Like between his ribs and his hip. So in that little fleshy bit. They're kind of sort of aiming for the bladder because if you I'm learning that if somebody
Bladder to
hits
kidney
you in,
shot.
hits you in the bladder, then you're gonna wake up. Trust me.
Okay, we're going for the pregnancy special. Yeah. So he jolts upright. Fuck! Why?
Well, we found a way in, and we thought we kind of need you, don't we?
Brilliant. I could have slept a bit.
Well, yeah, not for long though.
I'm
mate.
sorry, we call you Mesa.
we were on a bit of a time limit.
I'm sorry, I've just dragged you both through time.
Well, yeah, but you also tied up my parents and pointed things at them. It's only a kick in the bladder.
I know, but that's really mean.
Fortify, man.
I tried to wake you up nicely and it had no effect.
Well, I appreciate that, to be honest.
I moved
but
your head so you didn't suffocate.
I appreciate that as well.
Well, there you go.
So, we're on a bit of a schedule, mate. She's gonna be trying.
I can see little wagging finger.
It's top level, Lilli. I tried to wake you up nicely and you didn't respond, so a kick to the bladder is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. And we're your friend who's got us into this mess, and you're gonna help us.
Oh, and he sort of collapses back onto his butt, cross-legged.
But also, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. No. Next time, no, okay? Next time, no kicking to the bladder. No, below the belt.
You could have
Or
told
just
us
above.
that you would have passed out
I
asleep
didn't know I
afterwards.
passed. I've never done two people before like that.
Oh.
Oh, haven't you?
To be honest, I don't know anyone who has. Ever.
Seems like a waste of time travel. If you ask me.
I don't know what's happened to my laugh today.
We found Moa's
Just
humour
we
level.
found the level.
Yeah.
Found the level. Look, we are on a schedule because the more time we spend faffing around here, the more time our friends could possibly be dying. So if we could hurry it along. I'm sorry. I know you're tired. We're all tired.
I know. I don't mean to pass out. It's not. Oh, it's just. Oh, I feel sluggish. Do you always feel like this when you're sort of in one place for too long? Just really bogged down. Oh, just sort of tries to the flickering hasn't really stopped, and he takes a step forward and takes a step back at the same time. It's like, oh, I hate waking up. It's the worst part of the day.
Yeah, you're like a personal walking, talking disco.
Well, just perks of the trade.
Oh.
Lily's gonna delve into her pocket and be like, "Good berry."
Oh, yeah, I will actually. Thanks. Now, what a useful spell this is. At any level. And his back just creaks loads. It's like, this feels really good, actually. Yeah, right. You said something about an entrance. Let's do
yep.
little stretches.
We
This
found
way.
one.
Brilliant. Has it let you in?
Well,
We didn't check.
we came to get you first.
Oh, brilliant. Lead the way then.
All right then.
What do you mean let us in?
Oh, fucking no. It's probably not going to be nice and easy. Knock on the door, ring the doorbell, let us in. All right, Faze, we're going to take the big bad out of here, am I?
Lily will be disappointed.
I mean, it might do, but just...
So now we are confronted with door.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. Door, right, door, yeah. Sorry, focus. Callow, focus. Door.
Right.
That's
Okay.
Big blighter, isn't it? Who's using that?
That is a disturbing question that had not crossed my mind.
Oh no. I just assume that all doors are generally quite big.
I mean, compared to you, they are.
Exactly. So proportionally, I've just never really had to worry about it.
I mean, yeah, but that's huge.
That's fairly large. Right. Well, should we knock?
I feel
mean,
like we
what's the
don't
worst
want
that
to
can happen?
warn them that we're here.
Or you want to just really stealthily push the enormous door open and think no one will notice?
To be fair, it's not a door. It's just a hole.
Oh, it's just a hole.
Just a hole.
Oh, there's.
Let's just walk through the hole then.
Okay. Hang on. I know what these places are like. She's going to place a hand on Lily's shoulder and a hand on Callow's as they walk through.
Can Lily just kind of get a vibe first? Like, see if it's
I don't know.
rigged?
Frayne's just put a hand on you and said to walk through. You two
Okay.
need to come up with a plan.
Yep, we didn't do that, did
No.
we?
Frank's not very planny though.
I know, it's very
Yeah.
kicky today.
Let's just.
Let's kick the door. That might be the solution. Let's kick it.
I'm an urge to kick things, okay?
I mean, Callow deserves a lot more than a single
does.
kick.
Deserves a right old kicking.
Brave for a fucking war zone.
Oh, I'm sorry. he
And
turned
as you
us invisible.
walk towards the hole, as you touch it, it shimmers and propels you back.
Oh.
It's like and you take 13 points of damage.
13? That's
Oh
all,
shit!
that's all my
really
temporary hit points. Damn it. Okay.
Mine have gone.
Yikes.
Alright. Okay, so maybe let's not do that again.
Well, I put faith in the process, but ow.
Ow.
Yeah, I kind of thought you knew what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
When you asked, did you not ask how to get in?
No. I wasn't really asking, was I? I was just more of like a visioning quest type thing.
I don't know. Did not show you a key under the mat?
It doesn't really work like that.
Fucking hell.
It just kind of like invades your brain and shows you shit.
Right. So how do I get in through the really comically large door then?
Maybe.
Lily, is there a sort of stone or a pebble or something just on the floor? Bit
Yeah.
of twig?
You can find a bit of shrapnel, a bit of...
Yeah, she just wants to pick it up and like throw it at the
Shimmer.
shimmer
Yeah.
and see if it goes through.
As you throw it, it just disintegrates.
Ooh.
Great. Really should have done that before we attempted to even do anything.
Well, at least we didn't disintegrate. That's quite a good.
That's true.
Imagine that.
Oh my
That's
Yeah.
the end of the season,
Guys,
folks.
never play Team of Annihilation.
Okay. Right. Hang on. Let's see about this. And Frayne is going to blow across her open palms and cast Mage Hand, and see if she can send the Mage Hand through the shimmer.
And as the Mage Hand touches the shimmer, it just rebounds backwards and starts fizzing away.
Right. Okay. So no magic, no stones.
Almost like they're trying to keep someone out. Or in.
What, you mean like a prison?
Oh yeah, bit annoying, isn't it, really?
You're a sarky bastard, aren't you?
So there needs to
Sorry?
be some sort of key.
A key
Yeah.
that they're going to have left under the map.
Is there a map? I'm going to have a look for a map. He starts making a very
Well, like
pointed...
A metaphorical key. Like there is a block, so there needs to, maybe the shield is being kept up by someone or something, or maybe there's because maybe whoever. So Corellin locked your mate in here, didn't they? So
I
maybe.
should have this conversation. He's found some moss that he's sort of like just digging under.
So maybe that Corellin put in place a way to check. And if Corellin made the shield, then it stands to reason that it would be something Corellin-y that would like undo the shield. So what's Corellin-y?
Aha! I found a stick under some moss. That could be a key. Could be a key.
I mean, you can look at him like that, but to be fair,
Wood. Corellin's...
Well, give it a go then.
Just sort of throws it at the thing.
We know throwing random stuff at the detritus at the shield
Well,
doesn't work.
you know, I thought I didn't get to throw anything, you know?
We all have rage that we need to take out on the shield, but now's not the time.
Amy frantically searches her notes to see if she's been given anything.
What's Corellini? What's LV? What's Corellini Woodsy?
Being a bit pompous. Maybe it could be a bit pompous, eh?
Could be a little bit of
Maybe
a wanker.
speak some Elvish or speak something.
Bellord. Speak mate and open.
Oh, I suppose
Nearly,
I
I nearly
could
did it.
give this one a little bit of a try, and she's going to swing her lute around and play like a classical old Elvish tune. Blinky blonky, blinky blonky.
That's what that is.
It sounds nicer than
Give
that.
me a nice performance check. Go on,
Yeah.
roll some dice tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Might be the last time.
Oh. Well, luckily my performance is like plus 12, so 15.
Oh God.
Blinky blonky, blinky blonky. No, it's nice. It's definitely not. You can feel that Frayne's not in her groove, and she feels a lot awkward, and some of the notes are a little flat, but you don't dare say anything. Calla doesn't notice. He's very happy with hearing songs from his. Yeah.
Does it do anything to the shield? Maybe there's like a specific. What kind of spell could it be? Is there something that we should say? Lilli can speak Elvish, so she's just gonna sort of go. She's just gonna say in Elvish, "Off."
It works.
Open sesame.
Open sesame. Hello.
I suppose we could see if there's a back door.
Could be a back door.
Sorry.
Could be a key for that as well. Right.
Call's thinking, this worries me.
Can she see anything? Can Lilli see anything like druidic? Because
Oh, give me a nature check with advantage. Right, do you think... I mean, if Corellin did do this, which probably did, you know, Corellin, what if it's not trying to let anything back in?
I've only got a 12.
What if we're in a key?
What you mean? This is just like a permanently closed section?
Like a break-in situation rather than a let-yourself-in situation.
Oh,
Maybe, I don't know.
break in, you say? Okay.
I mean, let's think about the moral ramifications for this for a moment. If you did do this, you should be breaking into the prison of... oh, you've already got your loot out. Corellan put this there for a reason, so...
Oh, if we're going to get all moral about it suddenly, you're the one that got us here, and you're the one that sort of kidnapped, essentially, Frayne's parents and sort of insisted that we need to do this.
Alright, I'll keep my mouth shut then and should be on the bad side of Corellan. How about that? Maybe
Hang
I'm trying to
on.
play both sides for a change.
We'll just have a word with him. Be fine.
Be fine.
Should have bought Ground Zeroes, right?
Should have brought Torin with the whole pantheon on speed dial.
Correct. What's this about the door?
Oh, sorry, you're number 5. I pressed number 4. How are you, Tiamat?
Frayne is going to get down on her knees.
Wait.
And clap her hands together. Not in a particularly pious stance, to be fair, especially with her kind of thigh-length boots. So, Corellan, mate. So we're trying to save your wood and give you a hand and stuff, but there's this door that we can't get through, and it's in the heart of Corellan, which I assume is something to do with you. Is there any pointers you could possibly give us to get through the door, or maybe just open the door for us?
Lilli and Calla were both kneeling in prayer as well.
Yeah, Lilli will have sort of dropped down and just kind of gone, oh, okay. And we'll be sort of checking.
So if you could give us a little bit of a pointer, that'd be really, really helpful. And also, just while we're on, keep an eye on Torin for me, yeah.
Roll me a religion, I guess.
I feel that Janaeus has set a precedent that whenever communicating with gods, you need to leave an awkward rambling voice note. That's how prayer works in this world.
Can she do an advantage because we're trying to help her?
I think it'd be disadvantage for enforcing the role in any way.
It is merely a 9.
Because I don't know about you, but Calla definitely doesn't have proficiency in religion. He doesn't know what he's doing.
No.
So
No.
merely a 9, and
Okay.
I've this dice.
He's going in there.
It's going in, yeah.
They're naughty
Here you
box.
go.
Yep, it's going to jail.
We have the dice jail.
So, what you see from the reaction of this religious verbiage that you speak is the camera picks up and we shoot up across.
Was that shit?
With that shit, you had your scene cut.
Hey, look.
Look, this is how the pagans pray, all right?
If we've got room in the budget, we'll do a reshoot.
Water deity confirms that's how you pray.
We're losing light out here. We've got to do the battle scene and the
We need golden hour.
shot list. Let's go. So top of the riggedy round is Locticus. Hey, we might not die immediately. There we go. You and me. We're gonna fall out tonight. So he steps upright. He makes himself bigger than he has been. He's sort of been in a very friendly stance, but now you see warrior Locticus for the first time, and he starts humming to himself, and you see the rapier at his side. This thin, more of an epee than a rapier. The blade is actually solid. It comes to a single point, and there's no give, no bend. He pulls it out, and as the hum happens, the blade just starts igniting with runes. And he's barely touching it. The blade seems to be holding in place. He's just commanding it with his hum. Right. Let's give these fuckers a what for, eh? And then he holds his action, blade ready, just in case any of them get close enough. Lehane.
Cool.
Yeah, you're up.
So I'm up
Yes.
on battlement.
Yep.
And so these are representative of just any ghouls at the moment.
These are the nasties that go bump in the night, yeah.
Cool, right. So to this one, directly in front of me,
Yep.
I am going to fire off 2 arrows.
And I would like to point out that they look like this.
Oh, wow,
Excellent.
that makes me feel bad. for
Describe
this.
them for the people
Yeah.
listening.
I will do.
Thanks.
I'm giving you guys a little insider trading. Before the markets go live at 9 a.m.
Yeah, but.
Okay.
Oh, you know to describe them?
roll it.
Okay, so I've got a nat 20 on the first hour.
Cool.
Lead with that one, yeah, because the next one's disappointing. So that will be 7 plus 5, 12 damage with that first hour.
Okay, so you see Lehane pulls his arrow back, sort of locks in, and loosens it. And these sort of humanoid creatures that you've seen with really elongated limbs, they sort of stood upright, they'd be about 8 foot tall, but they're sort of hunched, their arms dragging almost knuckle to floor with these large claws sticking out of at the end. Their legs are twisted in this awkward angle, their head looks upright and it just splits into 5. These huge tendrils, these huge tentacles coming out, and teeth interspersed along them. They're like this huge, like, at you.
Nice.
Yeah, so nat 20.
Nat 20 on the first hour. The second hour was merely an 11, so I don't think that's gonna.
It does not.
Does not. Whilst this creature reacts in pain, bonus action using a key point for the first time ever as a monk.
Woo!
It's not that fancy. It's more defensive. I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Okie doke.
I'm just cheering you on.
But no, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm now dodged.
Okay, well, their turn.
Their turn.
I'm glad you did.
I'm glad I dodged.
Yeah.
I dodged. Okay.
Yeah, so it starts just, hands forward, just starts sprinting at you.
Okay.
As soon as it hits the wall, you're like, fuck you, mate, you can't get up here. Just almost like it's a continuation of the road, it just starts digging its hands in,
I should have run.
and it comes straight out. Just, roll the hit.
Oh no.
I don't know where this is coming from.
It's going to roll to hit.
Yes.
At disadvantage
because
because I'm dodging.
Yeah.
It's alright. It's just. I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. It is now in the keep.
At disadvantage, that is an 18 to hit.
That does miss.
Okay.
However, give me one moment. So you've said like it's kind of got like tentacly things going on.
They are not ranged, if that's what you're thinking.
No, it's not
Cool.
that at
Okay.
all. I was thinking, because the attack missed me, could I use my tipsy sway and kind of just step back and make the attack it made to me to one of its other tentacles?
Because they don't count as other creatures.
I know it's not another creature in 5 foot, but I just figured like if there's a lot going on, it's like, no, eat yourself, mate.
Sorry, Betty, but no.
It's a
Really
good
good
try.
try.
Yeah.
Good
Good try.
try.
The
And
commitment was
it can
there.
happen in your head.
It did.
It happened in your head, it just didn't actually do any damage.
Okay, so disadvantage, that's a 19 to hit.
For the second,
Yeah.
that still misses.
That still misses. 20 to AC.
20 to AC, yeah.
brilliant.
I am a Dexy Dancy boy. Although with those two at disadvantage, that was 18 and 19. Heads up, guys.
Yeah, they're not
Oh.
fun. Excellent. Right, so it lets out this first claw attack, and you duck away, and this immediately one of its face tendrils just comes swiping down over you, and I'll let you have a little like, get out of here, you punk. And it lets out this horrific scream that I'm not going to do again because I won't have a voice for the rest of the session. But can you make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
Oh no.
Oh god.
That is not a proficiency for me.
How high is the building? Is he within 10 feet of Torin? Is it really low?
Yeah,
really
it's only a
small.
4-foot roof. So it wasn't made by elves, it's made by gnomes.
Nat 1.
Oh no!
Okay. Lehane,
Yeah.
you drop to your knees
Uh-huh.
as the light sort of just fades from your eyes and you pass out.
Cool.
Oh,
What?
damn.
would have been good some of the intelligent people to stay behind.
Yeah, I mean, the only one we had was Arian.
We don't know about Chalcedon. Chalcedon might be really
Let's
intelligent.
hope so.
Yeah, they might have that door open already.
Right.
We've got 2 seconds, and that's fine. Excellent.
Well, I did just shoot one tiny arrow.
You got a crit.
You got a crit.
There you go, buddy.
Hello.
There you go. So because it
You then
can't make its
enraged
attack
it and caused
through
yourself
the door, it is just wailing on the door. On the door. So 2 hits. The first, it just sort of tries to get its tendrils through to Leviticus, and he sort of steps back, and they're like gnashing at it, but making no real headway on the door. And then it just brings a claw, and you see this like little splinter just, and they start making way through. These 1, 2, 3, 4 don't quite make it. Yeah, so the other 2 just start sprinting at the keep, but aren't quite quick enough. Next up is Chalcedon.
Okay, so he's going to take a deep breath, and he's going to start almost performance-esque, start spinning his spear around.
Mm-hmm.
And as he does, there's sort of fine notches and holes sort of put through the shaft of the spear. And it almost starts to sound like pan pipes or pan flute type noise as he spins it and it whistles through the air, and it has a rhythm to it that he seems very in tune with as he starts up a blade song.
Has someone been watching Thunder?
We don't tell him. Yeah,
I mean,
so,
it's really cool, originally unique character.
yeah. So yeah, he starts up a blade song, so he just becomes incredibly fast and incredibly in tune with this rhythm that he's created. So he's going to do that, and then he's going to ready his action as well. That if this gate comes down,
It is one of those sort of like, you could probably get a spear through it. It's sort of like one of those, you know, portcullises rather than just like a gate.
no, different plan completely. He will do that, but sort of at a break in the rhythm, he'll bash the butt of the spear into the ground, and 3 duplicates of himself just like echo out from him as he casts mirror image as well. Is and that is him all done, buffed and ready.
Leviticus is holding action, so he's going to take his little hit. And his epee comes up, and it can't quite make it through the hole in the portcullis. It just sort of dings off slightly. Fuck. But the creature is just stood there staring at you. They are called vampiric mind flayers, which is sick.
The second part of that's more concerned.
Yeah. For anyone who knows.
Vampires are pretty gross as well.
Lord Torin.
really.
So Torin, Torin is going to abjure enemy. Is his plan. So he is just going to roar at He's going to roar at the mind flayer that's just behind the one that's attacking the door.
Cool.
And so unless they're immune to being frightened, it's a wisdom saving throw, and if they're a fiend or undead, it's a disadvantage.
They are immune to being frightened, I'm afraid.
Well, that doesn't work then.
I did try and seed it with Chalcedon saying they fear nothing, they don't tire.
That's fine.
Sorry, Betty.
No, I didn't mind. I couldn't do anything else. I could have read it in action.
Let's open the door. Let's open the door.
Yes, that'll be. I can bonus action, can't I? So I was like, oh well, you're not going to be afraid of me. I'm just going to kill you.
You roar and it roars back.
Yeah. So he's going to cast. What he's not going to cast, he's going to use his divine energies to avow of it enmity on the front one here.
Okay.
So he gets advantage.
Cool. And the elves at the front ready their blades as well for what is probably going to be an inevitable bust through. Right. Top of the round, and the Leviticus is like, hold. Archers! and the archers to the right and left of you, Lehane, peer over and take a shot at the 2 mind flayers that are at the front.
Right.
Yes, they have to make a dex save. Great. For some damage, 13 damage. So you just see this little volley of arrows to come hitting the.
Do I? I'm passed out.
Yeah.
You see this little. Oh God, I can't wait for next turn. It's gonna be good.
God.
Don't make him want to kill you.
It's a really bad job at that. I mean, really bad job at that. Cool. So, Leviticus' turn. He is going to try and stab through the portcullis. Hey! 1 hit. So, he takes a step out. And the first one again just sort of dings off and is like, right, fuck you. Just stabs straight through into his little, like, mouth hole. 11 damage.
Nice.
And you just see this flash of red, sort of magical burst as it hits into the creature's mouth and it illuminates it. You just see all the way down their teeth, like the whole way.
Oh no. Oh no.
And again, you hear it. Right.
Don't want to be eaten by that.
Next up is Lehane. Could you make me another intelligence save, please?
Come on, Lehane.
It's not my forte, guys.
You can do it. You can do it.
19.
19. You pass. So as you,
Out of existence.
yeah.
You're dead.
Away.
Over.
So unfortunately, it would act at the end of your turn, but you do start coming through, coming to as you look up and you see this thing
Wonderful.
punched over to you.
That's alright. I don't have to do death saves. I have reactions. Who knows what can happen?
Nice. Next up, the mind flayers. So you are prone in front of it,
I'm prone in front of it, yeah.
and does
It's
defense still last?
until I'm pretty sure it's the start of my next turn. So
that
I
would have been
think my dodge has passed. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I'm passed out on the floor, so
You're
not very
not,
dodgy.
You're not passed out at the moment. I'm just.
I was passed out on the floor, so not very
You
dodgy.
just woken back up. You have to, you had a tactical chunder, a little nap. You back at it.
Roll low, roll low, roll low.
Oh God. Okay. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So this they are tentacles. Tentacle just grabs out and it starts grappling you forward into its mouth.
Okay. Again.
Oh yeah.
Very tasty.
You're very tasty.
True.
And you take 10 piercing damage.
Then piercing. Okay.
You make me a wisdom save, please.
He is wisdomous.
Use wisdom.
Slightly. I'm not though. It's not proficiency for monks, even though it's like one of their things. That is 17.
Just.
Oh
Just.
gosh, that's high.
Okay. You feel these. As it sort of grappled you with its tentacle, it started picking you up to bring you into its mouth, and you feel from with its tentacles these. You look forward at its neck teeth. Yeah, go with this. And they are hollow and they are bristling as if trying to like drain something out of you.
Of course, yeah.
American.
Makes sense.
Closing the name.
Cool. But yeah, you manage to resist just enough to not take what would be very nasty. So
Cool.
yeah.
I'll take that.
Wonderful. So the one at the front, the mofo by the portcullis, is just going to wail on the door, and just again, it's not making much leeway. It's just slamming into it. Little flecks of wood are coming off. But it doesn't look like it's going to break anytime soon. It lets out a little, and the one closest behind it comes in as well, and they both just start pummeling on the door. You hear this. Oh, and that is much better. You just see this first like crack of the portcullis. One of the slats just breaks slightly, creating what were 2 squares into sort of one. and they are just starting to make their way through. Castleton.
Okay. Can I do a quick perception, see if I can hear the sounds of one of these creatures inside? Like, he's just going to listen out to make sure there's no, i.e., all the weak spots back behind us and all around the castle. He's going to step back from the horde and try and pick out if they're coming from any other doors.
Go on then.
Okay.
Go on then.
Let's have a perception. Let's get decent. 21.
21. Okay.
So yeah, he'll step back from the group and just sort of block out what's in front and just sort of try and listen out to see if they're coming from any other windows, doors, anything of the sorts.
Okay. So what you realise is there's one seemingly on the roof already. There do seem to be more coming.
Good.
From the back and to the left of you.
Do you have just a giant fireball aimed from a point on yourself?
I've got something much more spectacular. But
Oh.
no. So he would he know about the ones up with the archers?
You can definitely. That's the closest one. That's the one you heard first. But you do hear this sort of approach of others. They are. It's less a matter of are they there. It's more of a matter of how long will it take to get there. What's pressing. They're all coming.
Okay.
They are coming.
Archers were armed with just bows, were they?
The archers were bows. There were mages up there as well, but they seem to be.
Okay. I'm just thinking he's going to shout to Leviticus then that they're on the roof, and he's going to run to go help out the archers in case these get close, because from his experience, archers aren't going to do much against this at close range. So he's going to tear off towards the stairwell. I don't know how far it is to that. He's got
Stairwell's here.
the stairwell up to
Up, yeah, it doesn't go down. It's just
So he's going to
map, man.
sprint then. So he's backed up 5 foot. So he's got 40 extra sprinting.
Mage hand.
40, 34, 75 foot he can move.
Okay.
And sprinting.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 40. 9 is 45. 50. You can get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you make your way up to the top, you see Aetherius, I mean, who would have been your blitzing teacher? This old man. He is taking on 2 badly. Like, he has taken a massive wound to his left flank. He's sort of parrying and just dodging and ducking between them. His blade song is with his the tune that he's continually trying to sing is flaking. His voice is going, and he seems to have had some damage to his throat. They seem to be learning to take the elves out that way, and you do see Lehane is being grabbed up by the throat on the other side. The mages have a little bit of a shimmer about them. This huge hand, this huge purple clawed hand is reaching out towards the rift, is sort of just about to make contact.
Okay.
But the sky is darkening, the rift does seem to be reacting to being...
Okay, so one's with Lehane, and there's 2 others up here on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, is he within, am I within the third?
How big?
Go for it.
There you go, this is Aetherius.
Okay. Okay. So is that map on our, is that right, or am I within 30 foot of Lehane now?
Not with Lehane, with Aetherius you would be.
I'm within 30 foot of
Lehane's on the
him.
other side.
Yeah, I'm the other side of him here.
Yeah. Lehane's on the
Okay.
other side.
Other side.
I'm going to throw some compass in there, but... the
Okay.
West.
What we'll do then is, that is cantrip. Okay, so he's going to run to stand up on the edge of the wall, whichever one's about to take a swing at him next. He'll jump off. How high up's the wall?
It's about 18 feet.
About 80 feet. Okay, so he'll jump off the wall as if he's going to just over the stream down below. And then cast Lightning Lure onto the one attacking his teacher.
The Aryan special.
The Aryan special.
Yeah.
One creature within range. So he's got a strength saving throw DC of, I think it's 16. Strength saving throw DC 16.
Oh. Okay. That is an 11.
Nice. So so he takes the. How did that happen? And I panicked and got rid of it. So 2d8 of lightning damage to that creature.
Okay.
So that's not bad. That's 12 lightning damage. And then he's pulled 5 foot towards me as I'm
Okay.
in the air.
So off to the.
He gets pulled
Towards
off
the floor.
the edge of the wall.
Nice.
Excellent. So it just starts descending down towards you.
Nice.
So you'll be.
And then our bonus action Misty Step back up onto the wall. as well.
Hey.
So he just, as he's falling, he just disappears to mist and back up onto the wall. And then he'll
Have some inspiration, buddy. That
Lovely.
was fucking cool.
Thank you. And then he'll move to stand next to his team, flank the other side of the creature if I've got
Okay.
any move speed left.
So
Nice.
you hear this
Or by Misty Step.
hear this thud on the floor, and the Mind Flayer's arms snap backwards, so that it's sort of standing, its back facing the floor, and its head twists around fully. It just starts making its way back towards the wall.
Yeah.
But it just takes damage.
And it's brought us a turn of peace from
It
one
did.
more.
I just rolled max damage from that fall.
Oh!
Yay.
If there's any roll I want you to roll max on,
Right.
do it that
It's
time.
full damage.
Yeah.
Against the
Yeah,
enemies.
against enemies.
Yeah.
Full damage is nothing.
Yeah.
It's a nice 18.
Huh?
Nice 18.
18, yes. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We won't take it. We'll give it.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
We'll give it.
Cool. Is that your turn
Let's
then?
casted him down.
Nice.
Torin.
Torin is going to throw a spear at the mind flayer he's got.
Advantage.
Advantage over. That's okay with you, please.
I'd rather you didn't.
Oh,
Nat 20.
I think Paul's rolled the most nat 20s this campaign.
Season, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe.
I think you
This
have.
is lovely red dice. Okay.
Critter you get.
Critter UK.
Critter UK.
Nice.
Cheat dice.
It's not as good as if I hit him with the old gavel.
There you go.
It's a hammer at the moment, isn't it?
Oh, 6 max damage.
Wow.
So that would be 10, 16.
16. That's not bad. On a
It's alright,
javelin.
on a javelin. Right.
Ooh. Yeah, so what about you hitting him? What are you doing?
I'm just going straight down the throat.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, and you see like daylight from the inside. It goes punctures straight through, and it does start just like creeping itself back together.
No!
But it looks hurt.
Torrin more objects. It does not do that.
It's okay. More's got to do with a wall, a door, a shimmer.
Torin's going to throw another javelin.
Yeah, take it.
That's not as good, is it? So it's a 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
That's,
They are spicy.
yeah.
What's Torin's turn? I've only got three squares left.
So he kind of dropped his conditions. My terms and conditions have been dropped. Right. So again, the elves they're looking panicked. What do we do? Start just holding the blades, but having a little shake to their arms. You can see they're not trained warriors really. Top of the round.
Okay.
So you, Custard, give me a look, please. Give me a investigation or a perception, just something to survey.
Take perception.
Actually, the hand as well. You're up there. You're awake currently.
I'm awake.
Yeah.
I've got something on my throat, but
Daddy.
Jesus. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and a
Not great. 10.
not great time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a dirty 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
if,
so.
If you offered a dirty 20 or a not great 10, what are you going to go for?
You see the dirty 20 every time. The hand reach and actually starts grasping the tear.
Wow.
And, like the claws of the hand just pierce into it and start trying to pull it closed.
Okay.
But it's resisting. You can see the the strain on the mages, and one of them just collapses at the side of Ring.
Ooh. Okay.
And as you look, you're doing a lot to say you've been choked out. But as you cast your gaze over, you see hundreds of these things
Right.
Oh.
Cool.
sprinting towards the.
Amazing.
We
Yeah.
get that door open, I suppose.
Okay. Cool.
I've like picked all the nail varnish off my hands.
That's how nervous you are.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and that's where we're gonna leave this episode.
Oh,
'cause
no.
mainly because I really need a wee. but plot as well. So thanks for coming along. Yeah. Hope you had a good time. We nearly killed some things. We're at Darr. That's nice.
No one's dead yet.
No one's
Yeah,
dead yet.
that's nice.
So maybe big.
We found a key.
Big stuff.
Jesus.
You found a key?
Yeah, little stick.
Oh.
I hope you have a really good week, and whatever you do, go out into the world and roll the damn dice.
Lehane gets sassed by a shaven head elf, probably played by Tilda Swinton.
Yes.
Even hit by a crit, monsters nevertheless persist like Hillary Clinton. Chalcedon splits to triple his hits, while all Frayne kicks is callow. If Lilli just runs at the shimmer, will she dissolve like a soggy marshmallow?
Oh, I think that's
Oh my
my
God.
favourite.
Always persist like Hillary Clinton.